Welcome to Taqwa Ministries YouTube page. And today, we're going to get a little personal. I'm going to give you who I am and what I became. My name is Charles Edward Mosley Jr. I was born to Maxine Mosley and Charles Mosley Sr. I got they had four kids. I have a brother Travis, my sister Sharon, my brother Chris, and me, myself. And me and Travis, we were born on the same day, July the 30th. He the first and I'm the last. And this day, I want to share some things that I have been through in my life. You know, our parents, when we were growing up, they want the best for us. They want things to happen good for us. They don't want us to go through what they went through. They want us to be better than them. So I went through a journey at an early age. I got turned on to marijuana at 9 years old. And it took me to a place where, hey man, I ain't never want to go there, man. I thought I did. But looking back on it, it was just God was building me up for what he had planned for me. So I grew up in Oak Cliff, over there around Roosevelt. I graduated from Roosevelt. That's my class. That's where I went to school there at Roosevelt. In 1988 is my class of 88. So back in the 80s, man, I was like doing a lot of crazy stuff, man. I did a lot of things, man, that right now, man, I look back on it and I thank God for the trials and stuff that I did experience. One of those experiences was I was using drugs. When I used drugs, it gave me a comfort, man. It gave me a little comfort, like, you know, I used to get high and I used to go take myself away from people. That's why a lot of them don't know that I used to use drugs. But it took me down this road and I used to steal cars. I used to crank up cars, steal them, go break in people's houses. I did that for money, but I also did it to support my habit. Cause my mama she wasn't rich, you know. She wasn't even middle class. She was like right above the pole, in between the pole and the middle class. But people thought we was rich, man. Thought we had money. We was rich. We was rich. Yeah, God supplied a lot for us. But my mama couldn't afford a lot of things. So me and my brothers, they took to work and stuff like that. And I took, cause I'm the baby, I took to the streets. I went out there and I never sold drugs. I never dealt drugs, none of that stuff. I always did finesse hustling, doing things like sneaky. I was doing things where I want to be noticed. So I ended up going to jail. When I went to jail, I got some time for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Once I went to jail, and they put me and gave me 4 years to put me in a program called PIA. And I was wondering, what's that is? Well, man, you ain't gonna go to prison. That was the guys in the cell used to tell me. You ain't gonna go to prison. And my mind, cause my mind wasn't fully developed, I wasn't over 18 years old. And so I was like, oh man, this is all it is? So I went back out there and did some more crime. Cause I'm thinking that, oh man, it's cool. They ain't gonna do nothing. That's what my mindset was. So I went back out there and I did it again. Got another unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. So they gave me 5 years, so I went to the prison. Now I'm elevating now. I'm not knowing I'm elevating. Cause now I'm saying like, well, then I went down there and do number 6 months on a 5-year sentence. And I'm like, whoa. So when I got out of there, I was on Beto 1 and I had the 5 years. So I got out. When I got home, I was like, man, I went right back to doing what I'm doing and got right locked back up 4 months later with a burglary habitation. And I was like, wow. So when I was in jail, I was in Luke Sterry. Private investigators came because I was with a guy, with a Caucasian guy from over there in Pleasant Grove. I was staying over there in the Grove at the time. And he used to have seizures. So he needed someone to kind of like look out for him. So I used to look out for him. You know, he used to pay me to be with him because he was getting a lot of money every month. And so he loaned this guy $50. And the guy said, man, I'm gonna pay you Friday. I'm gonna pay you on Friday. So we went over to his house on Friday. And I knocked on the door. You know how you can hear somebody inside, and then you can see the peephole kind of getting dark, because you can tell when somebody's high. So what I did, I said, I'm gonna get this sucker out. So I went around the back. I went and I threw the rock through the window and broke the window. So the penal code read that any object from your person enter a habitant, it constitutes a burglary of a habitation. So that's how they got me. That's what I got charged when they gave me 25 years. But check this out. Before they gave me the 25 years, I was telling the lawyer, court-appointed lawyer, I was telling him, hey man, I got a drug problem. Can you get me in rehab? You know? So when I got sentenced, it gave me this 25 years. The judge, because I went trial judge, and the judge told me the 25 years would be my rehab. Man, that was devastating. So I went in my cell, and I was like, man, golly, man, that's, you know, I was like hurt, because I needed some help. So I get on the units and stuff and doing my thing. So I got into some trouble on the unit. If someone, you know, told a fib on me, lied on me, and it got me locked up. I was in solitary confinement. And during that time in solitary confinement, I'm in a cell by myself. That's what solitary is. It's by you ain't got no cellmate, no one, you can't go to the rec yard, you can't do nothing but sit in that cell 23 hours a day. So that second night that I was in there, I heard something just as clear as day says, you gotta find something that go with you or you gonna keep getting what you get. I jumped up, I had a little window at the door of the cell. I went out there, man, who out there? Oh man, who's messing with me? And so when I left that unit, I got tied up to Islamic brother. And his brother asked, I was raised a Baptist. So the brother asked me, he said, hey, tell me a little bit about your faith. And I say, Jesus died on the cross for my sins. And when I said that to this guy, he made me feel like a mustard seed. Little. He ate me up. He ate me alive. I couldn't tell him nothing, because that's all I learned. That's all, when I was going to church, that's all they taught me. So I went to the unit that they assigned me on, went through the thing. I never said anything to nobody about Islam or nothing. But I remember that my mother used to study with the Nation of Islam. So I know she had some ideas on, you know, about Islam. So I wrote her when I was in jail. I wrote her, and she say, read for yourself, baby. So I read for myself. So I went through the process, and this guy that actually I was chained up to, I was on the unit that was like, they were educated. A lot of them had a high education. I couldn't catch the Arabic. I couldn't catch it. I did me and Bon B brother Ben, he was over the Arabic class and I was over the English, because I learned the English like that. So I signed up because I was going to college on Ramsey 1. Because the other unit was always locked down. So I said, man, I gotta go, I gotta move. So I signed up for college. So I went over there for college. These guys are real smart. So I couldn't catch it. So when I signed up for the college, the school, they shipped me to the French Robinson unit. Keep in mind, I was in South Texas, and they shipped me to the Abilene unit, French Robinson. And when I come to the unit, they sent me to the unit where this guy that I was chained up to before prior, and went, and he taught me Arabic. He taught me the Arabic. And keep in mind, at the time, TDC was paying for the college. So when they pay for the college, you're gonna finish this college. once I learned the prayer in Arabic, they sent me back to Ramsey 1 unit. And everybody was like, man, why you back? Why you back? And I was like, hey, man, I guess I went over there to learn the prayer from the brother that was introduced me to what that spirit in that cell was telling me that I need to find. So I did that and got out. When everybody was there, was happy for me. I led prayer. I showed them that I learned it, and they was like, man, that's good, that's good. So I got out. I got out in 97. I finally went to that after 5.5 years, I finally got to go through the treatment. I went through the Southern treatment, learned some things. And one prayer that I learned that I'll never forget, it said, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I kept that. That's what I learned from that class, that substance abuse class that I went through. And now I got out, went through the formalities, went through everything, got out. And my mama used to tell me when she come visit me, man, put the same energy that you had when you was doing wrong, put that same energy. So I did. Now I got Taqwa Ministries. Now I also got my own business. I have my own business. I do credit rebuilding, I do taxes, I hire for small businesses, and I do all that. And that's what I do in my business. I've been there 9 years, almost 10 years. Now, I want you guys to know that I'm gonna have a lot of stuff that I do in my community. I do for the police department. I do stuff in the schools. I even do the elderly, because those 3 elements are our community. That's our community right there. So I want to give back to the community that I so selfishly took away from. That's why I do what I do. And I want to also let you guys know that I'm teaming up with my high school, I'm gonna put it in good perspective. My friend from 40-some years ago, God paired me up with this brother, and we're gonna have a podcast called Interfaith Dialogue, and it's coming soon. So I want you guys to like and subscribe to my channel. So I have a lot of amazing stuff to show you guys that I've been doing in my community, all the love that people give me for doing this. But one thing I want y'all to always know, that God is the answer to all our problems. God, He's the answer. He answers all my prayers that He want me to answer. Some of them that He ain't gonna answer, because if He answers them, we won't be ready for it. So we have to understand the whole trajectory of when you come into the Spirit. And I found this, and this is the best thing. This better than drugs. I've been clean and sober 20 years, guys. And it's from me bound and submitting my will to God. Thank you, and thank y'all for letting me share my personal journey with you guys. And like I say, like and subscribe. Thank you.